Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into La Buena Vibra vlog. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my honest impressions of Pirate Cowboy Line Dancing at the Foundry. So here's footage from the first time I went. I came in wearing sneakers and yoga pants because I didn't realize how people dress for line dancing. My friends were wearing cowboy hats, boots, and jeans, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't realize they had a clear bag policy, so I ended up having to walk all the way back to my car and stuff my things into my coat pockets. You can see the vibe inside, which is pretty nice. They have a big dance floor, a bar in the middle of the venue, and I paid $5 for entry on Saturday night and got an 18+ wristband. Their cheapest beer is a PBR for $4, and they have water fountains by the restrooms. And the restrooms are clean. Initially, I was really excited to see so many young people dancing. When the boots click and hit the ground in unison, I swear it scratches an itch in my brain. And the whole process of line dancing, when you're just focusing on your own steps and moves, I find really helps pull me into the moment and helps me get out of my head. So initially I enjoyed the vibe until around 10 p.m. when it shifted, which more on that later. Earlier in the night, they were playing more classic country songs like Tennessee Orange or Nothing But You, Luke Bryan, I think. I didn't know loads of them, but I recognized some. I didn't know many line dances, but I joked to my friends I should salsa dance. Actually, part of my curiosity for line dancing came from my experiences living in Argentina and in Costa Rica, because there I did Latin dance classes. And I missed the vibe of that so much, so I was searching for something similar here, which led me to line dancing, which is kind of like Latin dancing's cousin. Lo and behold, I actually saw this one guy off the dance floor who was dancing salsa. So I went up to him and started chatting, and we spoke a little bit in Spanish. He said he was Dominican. We danced a little bit of salsa and bachata together, which I thought was really fun and really funny. And he introduced me to his group. None of them knew how to line dance, and they said they felt out of place. Interestingly, I began to absorb their energy after hanging around them for a little bit. All of a sudden, I felt really awkward and uncomfortable too. It was like I started seeing the place through completely different eyes. There was this one time when Footloose came on, and it was fun because everybody got on the dance floor and there was a guy next to me who was shouting out the steps so I could join in. But it was kind of overwhelming as well. People were rushing the floor, which at one point really startled my friend. The vibe was crowded, and they were playing music like Flo Rida and Pitbull, which, don't get me wrong, I definitely can enjoy, but it was intended to hype the crowd into more of a nightclub mode. There were lots of frat boys showing up, and there was one wearing a t-shirt with arrows pointed to his mouth and his crotch. It said double cedar. And then a Kid Rock song came on, and I instantly felt this really bad gut feeling. I thought I heard Kid Rock use a racial slur. I googled Kid Rock N-word and saw that he reportedly used this slur multiple times while brandishing a gun in an interview not long ago. And to say the least, I was off-put. I didn't want to be there anymore. I didn't want to be in that environment. So I went home not long after, sweaty, kind of disgusted, and ready to wash the night off me. Honestly, I wasn't sure that I would go back. But I've been taking line dancing lessons, and my teacher encouraged me to join her on Wednesdays. She said that the vibe was a lot better. Plus, it's free entrance for ladies, and they have lessons, and I was already in Greenville. So I dared myself to go for at least 30 minutes and try and push myself out my comfort zone. On Wednesday night, I was initially nervous going in.
Hey y'all, today I'm going to be going to some line dancing lessons at the Foundry. Last time I went, I had a good time, and then I felt really alienated at the end. So we'll see how I feel today. Let's go.
This time I wore jeans and boots, which felt way better, more comfortable, and I could store things in my pockets. The vibe was better too, lots of older people. I got there earlier than before, around 6:30 p.m., and the energy just felt warmer and more mellow. My teacher was there, and I danced next to her and felt really grounded by her presence, since I went alone this time. I went into the bathroom and affirmed myself. I told myself, keep your head up, keep smiling, be open. Put out the energy you want to receive. It worked extremely well. I complimented this one woman on her dancing at the bar, and within 10 seconds she said, let's be friends. Then I chatted with the bartender about her necklace, which she said she got from her grandma. How cute. I met two ladies who were very friendly. They actually had gone to Bob Jones, which is an extremely conservative and cult-like university. Bob Jones banned interracial dating until the 90s, which is pretty hard to fathom how that is even legal. I mean, what the fuck? But yeah, they weren't proud at all to share this. They only told me because I asked them what college they went to. It had been some time since they attended the university. One of them said that she got married really young. I see that down here a lot more in general. There's the kind of marry young, stay married forever mentality. Her story reminded me of my Starbucks manager who went to a really Christian university as well, got married around 20 years old to a pastor, and then divorced and came out as bisexual. Going there and being around all these different people, you start to get a feel for the vibe. And let's be real, it's complicated. I've heard stories from black friends here of racism, being put with racist roommates, and there's a lot of really heavy history in the South when it comes to the treatment of black and Native Americans. Sometimes I felt really jaded living in South Carolina, I won't lie. But there's also a lot of beautiful things around the state. There's butterflies, deer, hummingbirds, even bears. There's lots of natural quartz crystal deposits everywhere and shimmering lakes, and this beautiful golden sunshine, especially in the fall. And I know I have a lot of privilege that I don't have to deal with the stress of everyday racism. That for a lot of people, the concept of Southern hospitality is a myth. But I do enjoy how people smile and wave and say hello to each other or make conversation here. Even when I go to Texas, I miss the calm and warmth of South Carolina. And the Foundry is just another extension of the complicated feelings I have towards community here. There's plenty of heaviness and darkness. Literally, it's not all sunshine and flowers. I think it's really important to be critical and honest about the ways South Carolina can improve. Love isn't just putting your hands over your eyes and ignoring the problems. There can and should be space to sit with the uncomfortable, often disturbing truths of this region's history, to honor that so much of the South was built through the labor of enslaved people, and to recognize that what we now celebrate as Southern culture is deeply rooted not only in white Anglo-Saxon Protestant traditions, but also in West African and Black culture. I love the South. I love sipping on sweet tea and rocking in a rocking chair. I love my family who are from the South deeply. But there is some darkness here, and that's always something I'm aware of when I go to places like the Foundry. I definitely do not vibe with racists or hate. So overall, Wednesday nights did feel a lot better. They felt safer, friendlier, and more about the love of dance. I did overhear some girls complaining in the bathroom about people getting on the dance floor that don't know the dances or are too drunk. I thought it was kind of a shame. Why show up ready to fight when you could just be welcoming and be there for a good time? I'm glad I'm older now because I don't care when I mess up. I feel more willing to look silly because that teaches younger women that they don't have to be perfect. Overall, my review of the Foundry has some layers to it. Some things I really love. I think dancing is healing, and it's great to have a place where people can line dance together, but there are some things that are uncomfortable too. Definitely Wednesdays are more my speed. I hope on this channel I can explore more topics like this, including the history and culture of the South and beyond. Let me know what you think. If you'd go to the Foundry and line dance, if you wouldn't, if you've already been. Have y'all ever had moments like this where you've gone to a place and been in two different minds about it? And let me know what else you'd like to see on my channel. My shorts right now include lots of cooking, dancing, random videos, but I want my long-form content to be deeper dives into topics that interest me, like spirituality, travel, and culture. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.